Alright, we kind of got a work in progress. We've already shampooed the bedroom here and raked it. And we're just waiting for it to dry, and he's in there getting all his edges in the living room done. It's easier if you do all the outside edges and then you can come in and do the center part. So that's what he's doing, and then he's going to get the rest of the room. So he's done this edge, he's done that front edge there, he's done this edge over here, all the way up there to the door, and now he's just got a little bit right there. But sometimes you do that and then you can move your cord. If you want to plug your cord in, say, in this outlet right here, then it's easier if you've already made a pass along the wall, because your cord's going to be in the way.
Now, hey, we were going to, I don't know what he said because I was working, but we were going to show some edging, and here's the deal. The rug doctor does get right up on the edge, like if you have filtration lines or something like that, it will get the edge. Now the brush won't touch like that far from the edge, but it's still spraying water down and sucking it up, so you can get right up on the edge.
Yeah, when you have carpets like these carpets, what there is along the very edge, there's like the carpet's level and then it bevels when they tucked it in. See? So if you got a beveled edge like that,
that's damp.
Yeah, it's damp.
It's been cut. It's been hit. Now the brush won't.
But when you got beveled edges, sometimes you're not going to hit the machine as good on those beveled edges as you do on most carpets. But most of the time, you don't have a beveled edge where it kind of tapers off like that. But anyway, we've already done the bedroom, the hallway. We've cut out the living room here. Kind of like when you're painting a wall, you got to cut in and cut out. So we've done our cut-ins for the most part, except along that edge by the kitchen. And he's going to start doing the main body of the carpet now. You know what? Hit that light. There we go. All right, so that's what we're doing. We're just cleaning a one-bedroom apartment. Now when he's making his passes, I was going to tell, we have people asking us all the time about the best way to use these rug doctors and things like that you can rent. And the first thing, use a garden sprayer or something like that. Put all your soap that you're going to use in your garden sprayer, mix it with water. Don't be tempted to run it full strength with a rug doctor because you don't really need to. What we're using here is just basic plain old off-the-shelf simple green. And we just put like 1 or 2 cups. On this is a 2-gallon sprayer, so it's got 2 cups of simple green in it. You pre-spray it, you let it set for about 10 minutes. Now in the machine, you only want to put hot water in the machine. You don't put any soap in the machine. That way when you're going over your carpet, you're just rinsing out soap and dirt. The other little things that people make mistakes on, there's a switch. I'm gonna walk up and show it to you and then walk back. Now that switch has a tool setting and a carpet setting, and if you set it on tools, it's designed for like using a hose with a hand tool. If you don't put it on carpet, it's not gonna. What it's gonna do is it's gonna spray water on your carpet full time. You want it set on. You don't want it on tools. You want it on carpet, and you have to push the red button on top that he's pushing right now in order to spray water. The other big thing that people make a mistake on. Let me walk around the other side where it's easier to see. Okay, he's about 6'3", but he does not have the handle all the way up. You want to set the handle at a height that when you pull back, you're pushing the front edge of the machine into the carpet. Because a lot of people make the mistake of keeping the handle too high, and they don't keep that front end down, pressed firmly to the carpet. If you do that, you're not going to get a good suction. You're going to leave your carpet soaking wet. Yeah, he's going to demonstrate that a little bit right now. You see the front end, it's down, but it's not down as firmly as it should be. And if you're not concentrating, then you can actually lift that vacuum chute off the ground and leave carpet leave your carpet off. Yeah, you'll leave your carpets wet. The other thing, he's just overlapping by about the space of the wheel. So there's a slight overlap because since this thing cleans full width edge to edge, you don't have to overlap too much. So you can make basically almost full width passes. The other thing, if you notice, he's not going super slow. The slower you go, the wetter your carpet gets. So you don't want to go any slower than you absolutely have to. And if you'll notice on a lot of our videos, he goes about this fast and gets all the stains out. So. So if you're paying attention, you can see it's not going to take too long to do this living room. Now when you hear it start to make a clattering sound, a rumbling sound, that means you've run out of water. You need to empty your recovery bucket on top, the white one. Empty that into a toilet or outside. And then make sure you refill the bottom container with a clean bucket. Don't use that recovery bucket to refill your machine. That's the sound of an empty rug doctor.
If you run it when it's making that sound, you'll burn out your pump.
Yeah. You can finish a short pass, just a couple feet or so.
You can let it make that sound
let up on that button.
4 or 5 seconds, but don't go for no 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's not getting a full pressure spray anymore.
Well,
all right.
The proof of the cleaning is always in the toilet. Let's go see.
All right. There's just a very little left in this room. Like I said, the hallway and the bedroom are finished. We'll see how bad this is. It's pretty dirty.
It's dirty. It's not black like black coffee, but it's close.
All right. He's going to have to refill the machine. Yeah, he didn't have his bucket full of water. What we usually do on ours, and excuse it being so dirty, we haven't cleaned this in a while. On a big room, if you know you're going to do the whole thing, we fill it all the way up to basically the top because there's still some room up here where it's not going to.
I'm not going to do that now because I only.
Yeah, he's not going to need that much water. But
I've got about 6 feet to go. You
can fill that thing all the way to the very top of the black part. Now on the older Mighty Pros that were out before this, you couldn't overfill them like that.
I am going to fill it up because I'm going to go over the gray areas one more time.
Yeah, this carpet's pretty worn down.
When you have areas that are gray, don't worry about going over 2 really good passes and the lighter areas 1 pass. You want to get the stuff on the, where you have to come back tomorrow and fix it. Yeah, when he's talking about gray areas, he's talking about the worn out parts of the carpet. Like this right here, you can see the carpet fibers are kind of torn up looking. They're not like they were when they were new, and those things look funny. Even when they're clean, they're not going to look the same, so going over them a couple times doesn't hurt. And you can be tricked. When you got the carpets wet, you can't see the gray areas, so you can actually walk out and think the carpet's clean, and the next day when they dry, the gray areas are bad. So you got to know where they're at and keep attention to them and go over them again. You got to remember where your areas are under a bed. If you can't remember, just do the bad areas first, a couple of passes before you do the clean carpet.
Yeah, so one thing we really like about this machine is the brush underneath. It's a vibrating brush that goes back and forth. It doesn't have a brush roll like a lot of units have, where you have a cylindrical brush like in your vacuum cleaner. And because of that, this brush is full width, so you clean all the way from one side to the other. Everybody else uses a rotating. See, that's about how full we fill them up.
Maybe a little fuller.
Maybe even a little more than that if we're doing a big room. We're going to use all that water though.
I fill them over so they're sloshing around. But since I'm just going to do this gray area right here and right here is all I'm going to do after I finish this area here. I don't need more water in that because otherwise I'll be up here emptying water out of the machine for 7 or 8 minutes.
And we generally try to make one good pass on every section of carpet because each time you go down you're going to put a little more water into the carpet. It takes a little longer to dry. But if you were going to make a second pass, if your room is real dirty, what you want to do is go the opposite direction from the first pass.
Now, if you look at some of our older videos, before we had an oil carpenter, we did some real dirty carpets. This machine's been going for like 5 years.
Well, since
it'll
2011.
do the nastiest carpet you want, greasy restaurants, whatever.
We've been using this machine since April of 2011, and it's worked in 120 degree temperatures. It's never had a problem. So you can see the width of the pass, and I'll get a little closer when I'm not talking because you can't hear me over there, but it cleans full width. You don't have a spot where the belt runs on a traditional machine, and on the end cap where the bearings are at, there's always cleaning gaps. So you have to overlap quite a bit to cover those up. With this one you can go almost full width because there's no gaps in them. I'll show you up close now. So that's why we like the Rug Doctor, because we just get done faster because we don't have to overlap as much. We don't have to go around and fix the edges with another method. Now the little line that you see right there at the baseboard, that's just where the vacuum chute hits. He's already gone along the baseboard going the other direction. So that little gap there, that's just because you got a vacuum chute at the front. It's still a cleaned area though, because he's already cut everything in. One thing you also want to do when you finish shampooing your carpets, you can see all the footprints and machine marks and everything. While the carpet's still damp, get some sort of a rake. We use one of these carpet rakes. They're about $20 to $30 depending on where you find them at. But you can use a leaf rake, or you can even use a broom, get a clean broom. But you want to try to get rid of all these marks, get all the carpet fibers standing up the same direction. That helps the carpet to dry evenly. And it allows the air to flow through the carpet from even if you don't have a fan, it still allows even airflow and your carpets dry evenly. And when they get done drying, they have a nice appearance to them. If you can stay off the carpets, it's best. Just go away for 3 or 4 hours and come back when they've had a chance to dry. Alright.
Well, something here.
It's a dark.
It's like dye or something.
Yeah, it's a dark spot unless they want to pay extra to get that out. If it don't come out. Yeah, when we're cleaning carpets, we have a basic cleaning, which is basically we put down a good pre-spray. We take everything out that we can get. If there's red stains or other things that have to be specially treated, that's an extra charge. Usually we get those out with an iron and some ammonia. But every once in a while we'll get something like that. It'll come out if you go over it a few times. But
we charge extra on everything.
Yeah, you have to when you're doing it like this.
We give free pre-spray with the carpet cleaning. We charge for red, blue, yellow, green, whatever. We charge for gum, dents, furniture dents, wax. We don't do that stuff for free.
All right, so he's getting ready to go over some of the areas, the worn areas and everything with another pass. while he finishes up, I hope that gave you a little bit of information if you decide to rent a machine, or if you have one of these and you want some tips to help make it more effective. That's the biggest thing. Use a free spray, don't put soap in the machine, make sure you set the handle properly, and just make sure you don't flip that switch to the tool setting or you're going to have wet carpets. But I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off now, and we'll show you the final results after we break the carpets. So stay tuned for that. Alright, everything's finished. Everything's raked. The carpet, if you see any kind of darker areas, the carpet still has some dampness in it. We usually suck most of the water out, so they'll dry pretty quick. Although it's an especially hot, muggy day, so.
Some of the areas where we did 2 or 3 passes, they'll dry a little slower, but they'll all be dry by, let's see, it's 5 o'clock, by 10 o'clock now, the place will be bone dry.
Yeah. So that's what you want to do when you finish everything. Try to find something to kind of rake your carpets up with, and that helps them dry nice and even. And they'll look good after the next day, and when you get up, you'll be amazed.
Yeah.
Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.